All glory and honor and praise given to Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai by Hashem, Rakar HaKadosh. Giving double honor to the elder apostles of Great Millstone who grew well and teaching us this 100% truth. Shalom and salutation to the hopeful elect, beginning with the 144,000 and the rest of the men, women, and children of the great multitude of the elect. I'm your brother Magun Shalamar out of GMS Philly, Plain Tables Camp. The title of this video will be Esau being the wicked is reserved to the day of destruction. So this quick video is showing you that Babylon the Great is being hated, even to their Edomite sisters above us, Canada. Even Canada is starting to hate the whore. But as a whole, Esau is being sins are being uncovered, man. They're being figured out about all these nations, and they're getting sick and tired of their dealings. And we're tired of this world being ruled by the top elites of the international banking families. The Rockefellers, Rothschilds, DuPont, Murdochs, Oppenheimers, the Gettys. These are the top small hats, and they're the ones who behind all this wickedness on this earth. And they're going to bring in their New World Order, which is the MOTB, and the MOTB is the micro C hit, and it's coming, and it's coming very, very soon, because as you can see, this economic war between all of these Edomite countries, it's going to impact the petrodollar, and eventually this dollar that we use is going to be obsolete, and that's what these small hats are aiming to do. But it's all in the Heavenly Father's hand. It's in Yahweh's hand. They are doing exactly what Yahweh, Bashem Yahweh Shah, has ordered them to do, which is going to be the downfall of this kingdom, Esau's kingdom. So this is a fair use, not for monetary gain, but for educational purpose, only fair use.
Chance in hell that U.S. alcohol is going back on the shelf in British Columbia. I feel sorry for Americans. If you can't be friends with Canada, then you almost certainly do not have a friend anywhere in the world. And that is a very lonely place to be. A way to embolden a bully is to capitulate. And I don't think we should embolden Mr. Trump, who clearly is a bully. Approach of the U.S. administration has been predictable in a sense that they are continually trying to find creative ways to try to attack Canada's economy. There's no question about that. The Canadian strength has that we have been very clear. The Prime Minister's been very clear. He's had my full support in this, that no deal is better than a bad deal with the Americans. We should not, out of a sense of desperation or anxiety or what's going to come next, bow down to this president's attempt to put pressure on Canadians.
This is the book of Obadiah, chapter 1, verse 1. Thus said the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai concerning Edom. We have heard a rumor from Yahweh. An ambassador is sent among the heathen. Arise ye, and let us rise up against her in battle. Behold, I have made thee small among the heathen. Thou art greatly despised. And this is the feelings toward the so-called white man on this earth now, especially the small hats, beginning with them, the top banking families. They're greatly despised. And that's the Lord is doing this, because Obadiah 1:18 is what's going to happen once their 1,000 years are up from doing hardcore captivity. Let's go to the book of Job. verse 20, chapter 21, verse 22. It says, "Shall any teach the heavenly Father? Yahweh is his name, knowledge, seeing he judges those that are high. One dieth in his strength, being folly, Salaki, being wholly at ease and quiet." Yeah, because the ones that are at high is so-called Esau, so-called white man, Salaki, beginning with the small hats, you know, and they are totally at ease on this earth. This is their kingdom. They're totally at ease. You know, we're on the bottom, so-called Negro, Latino, Native American Indian. It says, verse 24, "His breasts are full of milk, and his bones are moistened with marrow." Yeah, because he's rich. Esau is rich on this earth. He was given the power on this earth. He's given the fatness of this earth because of his sword that he wields. This great sword. He's taking it through violence. And he got all the riches through stealing, you know, and being wicked. Verse 25, it says, "And another dieth in the bitterness of his soul, and never eateth with pleasure." And that's talking about the Israelites. The real Israelites, the so-called Negro, Latino, Native American Indian. "They shall lie down alike in the dust, and the worm shall cover them." Yeah, because once you leave this body, your spirit leaves this body, it goes back to the ground and it turns back to dust, and the worm's gonna cover the body. But your spirit goes back to the heavens to meet Yahweh Shai. It says, "Behold, I know your thoughts and the devices which you wrongfully imagine against me." Yeah, that technology. You know, this technology that Esau has, he gained his riches on this earth. And through this technology, he's going to be destroyed because the Lord made the smith to blow the wind over the making the what do you call the first atom bomb. You know, he was the fanner, and he created that technology, and it's going to be his downfall, just like he's created the RFID chip, and that's the technology that they're going into. And they thinking that with this technology, they're going to enslave the whole world, including the Israelites. But the Lord has a remnant that's not going to bow down to bow their knees to Baal to take that chip, and those are the elect. It says, verse 29, for the Shalaki, verse 28, "For ye say, where is the house of the prince?" The true Israelites are the Yasha'Allah. "And where are the dwelling places of the wicked?" And the dwelling place of the wicked is Esau. So-called Negro, Latino, Native American Indians are Yasha'Allah, the prince of the power. And Esau Edom is the prince, and they are the children of Satan. It says, "Have ye not answered?" So like, has ye not asked them that go by the way, and do ye not know their tokens? Yeah, because the receipts of Esau is wicked. All of their receipts go back to being wicked. From the day they're born, from back in ancient times, they've always been the wicked. That's their tokens of playing the wicked. Verse 30 says that the wicked is reserved to the day of destruction. You see that? And who is the wicked? Esau Edom. The earth is given into the hands of the wicked. And we know that because he painted the faces of the judges thereof. If not, who and where is he? No other nation ever done that. No other nation went around and painted the faces of the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, and his only begotten Son, Yahweh Shai, and the angels. You see? And his prophets. And his chosen people. Only Esau done that. They are the wicked. It says, they shall be brought forth to the day of wrath, and that day is coming. When Yahweh shall crack that sky open, you know, and when them ICBM missiles start to rain down on this place of America, Babylon the Great. And that's going to be the end of Esau's kingdom. His wicked ass kingdom here on earth is going to be the end of it. And Yahweh Shah is going to set his kingdom up. And the Israelites, starting with the elect, is going to be, you know, it's not going to be no crying. We'll have an immortal body. We're not going to sin no more. He's going to change our fleshly hearts, our stony hearts to a fleshly heart, you know, and we can't go off no more. And that's the day we can't wait to, you know what I mean? We hasten that day, you know. Verse 31, it says, who shall declare his way to his face? And who shall repay him what he hath done? And the Lord is going to send his only begotten son, Yahweh Shah, is going to repay him. Plus, Yahweh is going to have his spirit bathed in them ICBM missiles. And all of this wrath coming to this earth. We see it. We see the earthquakes. We see the tornadoes out of diverse places all over the earth. That's the Lord wrath on this place, man. You know, because not only Esau, but all the nations, you know, gonna get punishment. We went through it. We had to drink the cup of his wrath. Now, and he said he was just a little bit mad with us, you know. But wait till what he do to these wicked, man. Well, Esau's turn. His turn is coming, and it's soon here. Verse 32 says, yet shall he be brought to the grave, and shall remain in the tomb. He's gonna be brought low. He's not gonna, once he fall out, that power will be taken and snatched out of his hands from Yahweh Shai, he's not rising up again. So this is the best days that he's living. Today was his best day. Tomorrow is gonna be even worse than today. So they're gonna always say, let us go back to 1950, let us go back to 1960, let us go back to 1970s. They're gonna be start saying, let us go back an hour ago. But that's how much judgment is gonna be coming down on Esau, man, on this wicked kingdom of his. So with that, I pray you is edified. Call Allah Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai Ba'ashem, Rakah HaKadosh. Again, double honor to the elder apostles, great millstone who rule well. Shalom.